let's get back on track. So just first of all, guys, you guys are very special because this weekly webinar is not conducted by CodexField, but our own community, CryptoHive. So all of you guys are part of one huge community that we have here. And like to just like special thank to those people in CryptoHive for supporting us as well. Okay, so let's not dabble into this. Okay, let me just give you a weekly update brought to you by CryptoHive. Okay, so simple, guys. So first thing first, I would like to just mention a little bit about the pricing. All right, guys. On 22nd December 2025, we have reached 3.1086 in USDT. Okay, Codex token, and from our first launching until now, it has a total increment of 211%. Okay, 211%. So a little bit update about last week. So we have mentioned about the Permax beta launch, and we also have like some good news that we are getting some of these licenses, like the Canadian MSB, FinTrack, US MSB, FinCEN, UKFCA, and MiCA for our uh, trading platform. So that is the first thing I would like to just mention a bit about our trading platform. Now, secondly, okay, for our Codex field, Permax Genesis Mint ecosystem asset airdrop is live. So for those who don't know, right, we have a special airdrop of Codex field. If you guys are not registered, you haven't registered for the participation in Permax, please do it right now. Okay, we're going to have this airdrop of CodexField into your account. But of course, terms and conditions are applicable. Okay, and this will be on the 10th of January, if I'm not mistaken. That will be the deadline, and it will be a first come, first serve basis. And our technical progress for Permax, okay, so we have designed a brand new landing page. Okay, completed with initial designs for like staking, for referral, for reward center page. Very similar to the trading platforms that you can see, but we're gonna make it more user friendly. We're gonna make it more advanced compare. Okay, and of course we'll try to make it a bit different. Okay, from other trading platform, and we can see that we have a few tweaks in the design. We have like the updated landing page, and of course, verifications. All of that will be included in Permax as well. And the most important thing about Permax is that you have a complete decentralized app integration for your CodexField account. Okay, so if you have linked your CodexField account with the Permax, okay, and you get to enjoy, okay, the airdrop that you get to enjoy the airdrop, okay, please do so because it wouldn't actually connect on the package that we are talking about. Right, continue on. We have our new upgrade for our Telegram wallet. Okay, because it is not just limited to our Telegram users because it now supports BNB, Ethereum, and Polygon, and of course other chain will be coming soon. And we can see that our wallet cross chain bridge launch that has been live, okay, for the past few days. So guys, please check it out. And continue on, we are telling you this. Why am I excited for the Permax trading platform? Because when it is launched in the beta version, we are going to have 3 different tokens that is conducting their airdrop in Permax. So for you guys, if you want free tokens, if you want free money, participate in our airdrop in Permax. So again, registration is open. Please do the registration. And of course, this will be my last part. And just one last thing, I would like to just remind you guys, if you guys have Codex in your hand and you want to get more Codex, you want to see the utility of Codex, you want to expand what Codex can actually be used in our ecosystem, please get into our AI Genesis vault. Okay, get into our AI Genesis vault. Why do I say that? Well, simple, because AI Genesis vault, it doesn't just generate Codex, it gives you tons of benefit in the near future. So guys, please get into the AI Genesis vault right now. All right. So, well, this is part will be the last part of mine. And right now, I would like to just invite our special guest speaker, okay, Enra, to continue on our second part. Enra, please, you can have the microphone.
All right, thank you so much, Barry.
All right. Okay.
One thing to actually add on to the last page of Barry. It's okay, Barry. Don't worry. This last page right here, I believe everyone's from, I think, last week or week before. We know that we have three projects that is in our aggregated system that will be listed on Binance Perpetual next year in Q1. So this is quite important for us because next year in CodexField we will have 10, at least 10 aggregated projects that will be listed on either Binance or other big exchanges for us Codex users to expand our profit. So this is very important because in Q1 next year, we are going to have three already. All right. Thank you so much, Barry, with this. And today, I'm going to share a little bit about the analysis of current crypto market. So I believe everyone can see my screen. If you can see my screen, click the react button below so that I can, send some love or send some, good, thumbs up so I can actually talk to everyone. All right. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the analysis of current crypto market. Why do we need to get this kind of analysis in this way? Because I think all of us right here in this meeting room, all of us, pretty much everyone, already know what CodexField is actually doing. But in our mindset, CodexField is probably a content monetization platform. It's for we are part of the primary market and we can mint the token and we can wait for the token to be listed on Binance and we're gonna make money, right? But we are actually more than that. We are actually a little bit. I was going to say a little bit, but it's not that just more than that because we have to know that these codex field that we are actually in, we are going to build is is that are we in the right industry? Is it the prime time for us to actually build this industry? Is it gonna last long? So today in this meeting right here, we are going to field different analysis that will cover what industry its Codex Field belongs to. If you have any answers in your mind, maybe tell it to yourself. What industry do you think Codex Field belongs to? I really want to know like what are the answers, right? Okay, it's keep it with yourself. So when I tell you what the industry is, and you let yourself know whether you are on the right track, yeah. So why is it this industry is so important in the market right now? And why do we need to analyze what stage of the industry that we are in right now so that we are at the right time to build the right market? Because we don't want to like build something out of nowhere and that market is not the trend, right? So without further ado, just we start this presentation today. So the industry landscape. So actually, CodexField, unlike other platform. Why do I say so? Because in other platform, most of the platform that we join in the past is always DeFi platform. Like they have a token, and then they tell you they have a liquidity pool, and you can see their pool, and you can see smart contracts or whatsoever, right? But all this actually has no applications, right? I think from in 2020, when the DeFi market is like the DeFi summer and everything's in DeFi Uniswap lending protocol, it grow explosively, but it coolings really fast. And even though with the DeFi projects that we have involved in the past, it really like growing really, really fast with the community. But once the community down and eventually cool off. Or in 2021, NFT like Basie, similar projects, it actually went viral. All the celebrities joined. And in 2021, GameFi, countless projects actually emerged at that time. It's popular. The narrative is there. Everyone likes the story. But after all these years, we can see these cycles actually share a common issue. What are the issues? There are a lot of internal competitions. There are a lot of bubble. The scalability is limited even though they have a very strong narrative, but they don't have any real world applications, right? But CodexField, what we have completed is we completed the 0 to 1 phase. What does it mean? What by all means that we started something really new from scratch. Yeah. From 2023, we know that to today, CodexField has completed the hardest journey in Web3 because unlike other platforms, those that will tell you, I have a token right now, and when I have enough traffic, enough liquidity, and I will have more ecosystem or more technology or more exposure to other exchanges. But CodexField has done that in the first bit, and now we are here to join into where they are going to build this platform high. So from the past, from the past, I say from the past landscape, like the market landscape from DeFi, NFT to GameFi, now people are more looking towards what? People are more looking towards AI, to RWA, right? To derivatives, to, when ChatGPT came up, you know that AI will be the next trend, right? When RWA was the idea in the past for so long until like the US Treasury is actually tokenized. And we know that RWA is really happening, and derivatives, like perpetual contracts like ETFs, So CodexField, from this point of view, CodexField actually stands out. Why does it stand out? Because it's positioned across all these major growth sectors. Because AI, RWA derivatives, or Web3 are all high growth tracks. So CodexField, as I just mentioned, is not just a content platform, but a long-term infrastructure platform and a full financial closed loop ecosystem. So guys, infrastructure platform. So this is what the industry CodexField belongs to. Okay. Why is infrastructure so important? Why is infrastructure earns money? Okay. So we are going to look into it. What is the full financial closed loop ecosystem? So a full financial closed loop ecosystem is what CodexField is actually doing. So as we know, when we first started joining into CodexField, all we know is the POA and the pre-minted content asset, we mint codex and all. But along the way, there are 5 on-chain ecosystems that are already in place, like the wallet Barry just mentioned, and the beta version of the centralized exchange just launched, and make sure everyone's actually registered as the be part of the beta version. And also the DEX is going to launch next year. So all this ecosystem is coming up, and it makes CodexField not just a content market monetization platform, it's more towards the ecosystem part. And on top of that, we have our own AI. We power the real-time strategy executions. We have attraction metrics. As you can see from our Gitty, from POA, from the AI agent, we have more than 500,000 real users, right? And what CodexField is actually doing is a full ecosystem. Why am I mentioning full ecosystem? Is because we are focusing not only in content, we are focusing in multi-assets. Multi-asset, by all means, is gonna adapt all kind of users, no matter from venture capital to builders, or to secondary market users, or to people like us, users of CodexField, people like us, right? But infrastructure, why is infrastructure so important? I'm keep mentioning this because as you can see what CodexField is actually doing, instead of just letting you to put USDT into it and then you mint Codex token and wait for the price to go up or list it in Binance, they have more ecosystem now to adapt to everyone, so that all these people would take CodexField as the necessity. Like, I'll put it in this way. There's like an Phil example right here. Like in the early days, like California Gold Rush. During the California Gold Rush, who do you think earned the most money? It's not the people that actually join into the Gold Rush. It's those who sell the accessories to these people, right? Only because in order to actually join into the Gold Rush, you need a shovel. So who is actually earning money? The shovel seller, right? The boss who actually sells the shovel around the area, they will earn money. Why? Because that is the fundamental tool for people to be able to join to the Gold Rush. Or in the past, industrial revolutions. There's so many industrial revolutions, there's so many machineries or factories, but in order for these machineries to be designed, to be created, or for this factory to actually happen, what do they need? They need the fundamental things like oil, steel. So likewise, in CodexField, we are the infrastructures platform because this is the fundamental of the market needs. So as we can see right here, why am I saying that CodexField is the infrastructure is because what is actually behind, as I mentioned, is not just a platform for us to mint the token. It's the platform that combine all these three different functions usage right here. For example, what we have right here is what we benchmark against. Like CodexField is aiming to become a unicorn level ecosystem because who we benchmark in? Binance. First, Binance, a multi-asset foundational gateway. Because in Binance, it's not just a single product, it's a full complete framework that can fit everything from your assets, from your tradings, from your spot, whatever it is, 1 or 2 tradings. It's like what in Codex, what we have already the centralized exchange and also the wallet that has a cross-chain bridge that can attract a lot of different Web3 users. Second, we are also having the functions of like DYDX. DYDX is the trading execution system. So CodexField has the AI engine. It functions as a multi-asset AI execution. For the yields, for the AI vault, it's like DYDX and also like eigen level. Eigen level is like a system level scalability. So CodexField actually already built the infrastructure at the system level for these people to use. For who to use? Yes, you can see right here, this is the multi-asset base layer, this is the execution network, this is the system. For who? For VCs, for builders, and for us, the secondary market users, right? So infrastructure is what we are actually focusing, like the shovel, like the coil, like the steel. People will need it. All right. So CodexField, what are we doing? We are doing now a multi-dimensional momentum. It's no longer 0 to 1. It's no longer just telling you that, oh, we are having a token and we will need traffic, we will need users, we'll need money so that we can expand. No, they have done the 0 to 1. And now they have us all together to actually break through the stages. All right. So as we can see, CodexField is actually a super infrastructure stack, right? It's combined the base layer, technology, access, and all these combinations. Who do they attract? They attract the venture capital. All right. As we know that we have a lot of different venture capital that has strategically invested in CodexField. And why do they actually invest in us? Why do they actually invest in CodexField? It's because of all the technology, all the layers, all the access that we have. I put it in this way. So for CodexField to become a unicorn platform, all these technologies, all this base layer, all these stacks, infrastructures are necessity for CodexField to enter the radar of many institutional investors. But here, what are these venture capital telling us? They're telling us that they are actually validate CodexField as the trend because before VC actually invested in CodexField, what do? They will definitely conduct deep research. They will do all the risk control by asking, is it the right trend? Is the platform going to survive long term? So VC investment, their standards include like what? They include like technical strength, include like, is it on track? Are they going to make money? Does it align with the macro trend? So all these all these venture capital actually invested in CodexField, telling us what? Telling us all we have to do is just follow whatever the VCs is doing, right? In the past, is there any platform that you were able to actually join into the platform together with the venture capital? No, right? We only be able to join into these kind of venture capital projects when it's launched onto like secondary market, when it lists on Binance, right? We know that it's a VC program project and we wanted to be part of it, but we can only join as a secondary market users, right? But now we are actually the primary market users. We are in the same path. We are in the same shoes together with all this venture capital. On top of that, venture capitals when they invested in CodexField, it's not just some like backup or just like, oh yeah, this venture capital knows CodexField. No, all these investments actually represents like they provide capital. They funded us. They funded CodexField. They give like they provide technology. They provide resources. They provide liquidity. And most importantly is they recognize CodexField. This is what most important because their validations proves that CodexField has a long-term potential and also they have a higher growth ceiling. All right. So we have to follow their steps. But why? Why do we have to follow their steps? Other than they did a lot of research before they invested in CodexField. They are more than that. Why? Because venture capitals is always the strongest signal because venture capital always capture the change before the market does. They always identify the trends during the shift. Why is that? Like, for example, before smartphones actually introduced to us, we ever imagines there will be app? Like, what is app in the past? Like back in maybe I'm gonna calculate it, but maybe like 15 years ago or maybe 20 years ago, before smartphones happened, before iPhones, before Samsung that came out. You ever thought of like app, right? Just like smartphones, they sparks an app explosion. The capital is also looking for infrastructure before the application flood. So what CodexField has? CodexField in the past 2 years, they have proved that they are able to actually get 500,000 real users, millions verified on-chain interactions. All this data is proven, and capital and all this venture capital, they know the fact that yeah, this kind of infrastructure with the inflow of their money, of their technology, of their resources, whatever CodexField have done will amplify. You amplify, all right? Because what venture capital value? They value the long-term direction, they value the capability, they value the ecosystem potential. So all these multiple institutions that actually invest into CodexField simultaneously equal to what? They are basically telling us they confirm the trend of infrastructure like what CodexField is doing. CodexField is combining AI, combining RWA, like content assertizations, and also Web3 together. So the trend has confirmed. So all we have to do is what? All we have to do is just follow the footpath. As I just mentioned earlier, these kind of infrastructures like shovel, like oil, like steel, who else needs it? Other than venture capitals, they recognize this infrastructure, they know the trend is like that. Who else actually adapt to? So they adapt the infrastructures also adapt which cohort? The builders, right? They are part of they are very important in the way where they need somewhere to actually make their work last longer. Because CodexField is the infrastructure platform. It's an infrastructure platform. I have to like keep mentioning because infrastructure is so important. That is the fundamental tool for all the things for people who needs AI, for people who needs Web3, for people who needs RWA, right? CodexField is one of it. And developers, like partners, as we can see in the past, like we kept posting on X, like we kept posting in the group, we know that there are a lot of like different partners that we have, different similar background partners that we have that is actually collaborating with us. Why? Other than venture capital, they know the shift, they know the trends, but developers are more sensitive to infrastructure quality than the venture capital. Venture capital, maybe they see the trend and they see why is this trend going to earn money. But developers, they treasure the quality of an infrastructure. Because for this developer, they have a good AI, they have like a good app, they have like a good coding. What do they need? They need an infrastructure they can adapt, they can be stable, long lasting, scalable, and can support the complex system. And they can do all the upgrading on CodexField. So like a simple analogy right here, for all the high performance cars like Ferrari, like Lamborghini, or any cars, yes, the cars exist, but if there's no road at all, there's no good highways at all, these cars are kind of useless. They can just sit in the factory without having any, on the chance to be on the highways, right? So infrastructures also is like a highways for all these developers because they need growth. They need core building, right? So the developer requires support, the continuous scalability. So this is why CodexField continuously to attract developers, ecosystem partners, strategic collaborators. Other than VCs, builder for a platform is to keep on going. They will definitely need users, right? So other than VCs, other than builders, okay, so we are actually recognized by the venture capital. We are trusted by all these builders because we are an infrastructure platform that can support what it is they need. They have a complex system for them. And as I mentioned earlier, all the full ecosystem, the multi-asset platform, the ecosystem, who does it adapt to? Users, right? Because the most important factors for a platform to go longer and longer is the users, which is we always say is traffic in crypto. Like beyond capital of developers, user really determines how long this platform is going to. Because we have to know the fact that not everyone is builder, not everyone is content creator, but I can say that the secondary market users is a lot, right? For example, why, as we can see in this PowerPoint right here, the system is forming a value loop. What is a value loop? It's like TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, right? When they first started, it's just like they just posted video, posted some content on it, and this actually brings all the users to this platform. Like, okay, I'm gonna take Facebook as an example. Okay, once everyone started to use Facebook, people around you use Facebook. By all means, everyone needs Facebook right now for just maybe at first it's just a content or maybe it's for fun, for free time. But eventually, when there are a lot of people actually using that platform, the platform is going to introduce a lot of different applications like live. People are having live on Facebook to actually sell their items. People are using Facebook for like a corporate advertising platform, or there are a lot of different artists are going to expose themselves on Facebook as well. So when these people are using Facebook not only for free time, not only for fun, it is actually a platform for you to spend your free time, of course, and you can actually look at ads on it, and you can actually watch live, and then you can buy whatever you need at a better price. This is what makes a platform unique. And this closed loop exactly integrates what? Integrates social, integrates content, financial attributes. This is what retain the user and increase the engagement so that everyone needs Facebook. No matter it's Facebook or Instagram or any social media it is, whenever there is as a closed loop, it's not only for content, for social, it's also for financial attributes. It is a closed loop that increase engagement and also people can actually earn money on it. These actually form an advantages for these platforms. And as we can see, Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, this kind of way is actually proven is the web in the Web2 world. So the same structure that applied to CodexField will also success in the Web3 era. So as we can see in the PowerPoint right here, how do people actually start with CodexField? Okay, we start with CodexField with the swap, with the trading, all the crypto asset users or investors, maybe like secondary users that wanted to use our DEX and wanted to use our exchange or wallet that has cross-chain bridge already launched. So once they have done the entry with the trading level, and then eventually they know about this platform, they want to earn more about from this platform. Eventually they will know like what is the POA, what is AI Vault, what is the ecosystem aggregations that we have We are going to have 3 next year, Q1, that is going to list on Binance. So this one here, eventually they will start it to actually use our platform as well, right? For us, we are already the crypto yield participants. Everyone in the meeting right here, we are already the participants. So we are going to boost the return. And then eventually all these returns, all this is going to make the tech development and the model training better so that the AI applications is going to have more advancement, and it attracts the venture capital, attracts the developers, and attract the content creators. And what the content creators, they advertise their content, they get the ownership of the content, eventually they publish it into the Codex marketplace. And in Codex marketplace, whoever needs it, whoever gonna buy it, and whoever gonna use it, they need to pay in Codex, and these content creators earn in Codex. And once they have Codex, where does this Codex circulates to? This Codex actually circulates back to the trading ecosystem because they want to trade it into USDT or maybe participate in other ecosystem. And this is actually from a closed loop that is going to let all kind of users, no matter as investors or crypto asset users, or like us crypto use participants, or the VCs, or the content creator, or the builder, or whoever it is in this closed loop, because this loop right here is actually forms a self-reinforcing economic loop. Because like how everyone stays in Facebook or TikTok because they need it, likewise, in CodexField, everyone will stay in the loop because they need all this ecosystem, all these applications that we have on our platforms. All right. So this is telling us infrastructures is so important, because with these infrastructures right here, we can adapt to all different kind of people. But the second topic that I really want to talk about is the timing. Why is all these partners, no matter as venture capital or builders or like users like us, we betting on CodexField at the same time? Because like I'm gonna put it in like an example right here, like the mobile internet era. Before smartphones, like I mentioned, before smartphones, have you ever thought of application? No, we never thought about applications. No one could ever imagine that mobile apps will define our daily lives. Can anyone of us in the meeting room right now can live without a mobile phone today? No, because mobile phones right now is actually defined as like we can order food, we can buy stuffs, we can order Uber, we can do with our bank app. We can do like we have like our social media. We can earn money from all these different platforms, right? Before smartphones, no one could even imagine that. Only when Steve Jobs introduced Apple, right? Because only developers understand the underlying system, the importance of it. So likewise, what CodexField now is actually doing, we might not kind of, to us, content assertizations or Web3 ownership, trading on chain, it might not be so mainstream right now, but all the developers, all the venture capitals already confirm the trend. So CodexField is currently doing what? Is currently doing the foundational infrastructure stage. As long as we have the infrastructure right now, in 5 years times, or maybe less than that, when Web3 asset ownership, trading, on-chain ownerships is become as common as apps nowadays, the infrastructure that CodexField building will become essential. It's more than essential, it become necessity, right? So CodexField today is not just why is so many people that actually reckon that this is the trend. Everyone is like bad on it. We invested in CodexField at the same time. It's because we know that CodexField is just not just telling narrative. We are not telling you stories. We are not telling you idea. CodexField has already built all the structural layer that can adapt for the long-term adoption. All right. So the timings really matters is because as we can see in the past, why is the best time? Why now is the best time? Is because in the past cycle, I don't know whether I think a lot of people right here is actually quite familiar with the crypto, with blockchain, right? In 2017, in the ICO era, there's no clear regulation at all. All it's just speculations. That is whoever can actually buy any white paper and they have their own meme coin, like maybe Berry token or something, and they have a lot of narrative that there's no applications, there is no real world usage, and all these projects in the past cycles actually failed to survive bear market. By all means, there's no scalability, there's a lot of bubble, But now by the crypto world right now, like the regulations now is more clear, like Trump, like in the past, he always says like but Trump always says like the crypto or blockchain is like scam. Like I believe in the past 10 years, some of us might not know what Bitcoin is. Or maybe in the past 20 years, people would think like crypto is a scam. It's definitely a scam, right? But now crypto is actually entering a lot of countries' national financial system. And investor right now, I believe all of us in a minute right here, we are not seeking for something that can let us earn maybe 100 times in but just 1 month or 3 months, right? Investors nowadays are seeking for long-term, scalable industries. So CodexField right here, why is it at the best time? First thing first, because CodexField is at the top of $1 trillion content and asset market. Because and also we are not like a single topic niche. We are not just focusing on content. We are more than content because we are creating ecosystem, right? We are combining AI, RWA, Web3. So as we can see in this graph right here, all the how do I say it? Like for comparing the return potential of Web3 and the traditional assets. As you can see right here, we have like rapid expansion phase, expectation inflation, like the true phase and stable yield phase. As you can see, the US stock and gold, everyone is actually using that as we can't really use that to actually blast the wealth, We like these are all US stock and gold are very stable right now. They are high in prices. Imagine you're gonna buy stock, Apple stock or Coca-Cola stock. It's so expensive, but it is stable. So this is not an area. This is not an area for us to want to like really create wealth by like earning 100 times or 1,000 times, right? Because gold or US stocks is like a trend. The feeling is there. The consensus is formed. The track has matured. So what we have to choose is those that is in the rapid expansion phase. Undeniable when ChatGPT happened, when Web3 happened, when the RWA tokenization happened, when multi-asset happens, we can see these are all in the rapid expansion phase. So we have to choose a track to build. We have to choose somewhere we can actually make sure we expand our profit. We're going to earn more money, right? So what we have to choose is we have to choose those that is like climbing the stairs, right? They are going high. If we choose something that is like on the downhill or something at the top, people have been doing it for the past few years and you just started it. It's not going to make any, a lot of wealth for you. But what we have to do is choose the industry that is in the rapid expansion phase. All right. So in the historical cycle, as you can see, the oil industry, right? It is like people earn a lot of money, country earn a lot of money, real estate industry, mobile internet, and Web3 era. So Web3 era actually started in 2018 and currently is still at the pre-mature stage. So like in comparison, I'm going to say it's like it's full phase of an industry, emerging phase. When the industry just started, the opportunities flows in, a lot of like supportive policies. It's rapidly growing, but unstructured growth, like the real estate. I believe in a lot of countries, a lot of people earn money through real estate, right? Real estate, if we join at the right time, I believe we are going to create a lot of money from that. because during the emerging phase, opportunity just flows in. And after that, it will come to the explosive growth phase because with real estate, I believe some people have earned significant returns, but you have to join at the right time. And eventually, the real estate has come to the mature phase because all the real estate is everywhere, is saturated, the market is saturated, the developments go slow, and the profits decline. And eventually, I believe now the real estate is not so a industry that we really want to build on. But as you can see, what industry is on the stage that is going to become a rapid expansion once, which is the Web3 era. Because Web3 era infrastructure is mature. Once the infrastructure is mature, what's coming in? Applications is coming in. So the applications layer is going to have a large scale of breakout. So what is CodexField is doing? CodexField is an infrastructure platform. So there's more applications coming in, and with the full ecosystem, CodexField is going to be able to adapt to all these users, right? So continue on right here. Why is all this capital, all this technology, all this consensus drives CodexField? So who do we actually benchmark? Who do we actually benchmark on? We benchmark on Binance, right? Like case study of Binance, a little bit of case study right here. How does Binance actually become so successful in the market? It's because their foresight and also they make changes to retain user in their platform. Because back in, I think, 2017, there's something happened in China, and we know that at that time, it's actually not only Binance. There are a lot of like different platforms had more users than Binance at that time. But when during 2017, what happens in China? What does Binance first does? Binance is the first platform that relocates its headquarters and users overseas, and at the same time, they reduce the trading fee. Because by doing this, they can retain all the users in their platform, while all these public chains or exchanges, they are still focusing on purely earning transaction fee. Binance, DZs and the teams actually recognize the need to expand its scope, to no longer just rely on one single source of revenue, not only focusing on their ICO, not only focusing on their trading fees. So they transitions from ICO to IEO. All right. So after transitions, they create what? They create BNB. So that's when BNB happens and allowing all the token holders to actually participate in all the different ecosystem in the platform. And eventually they launch Binance Alpha and then BSC, Binance Smart Chains, and also Binance Greenfield until now. So the most successful actions of Binance is actually they focus on the user-centric ecosystem. Whatever the applications they created is actually centered on users. So Binance success story is telling us what users liquidity is what makes the platform successful. Binance retain all the users, enable them to earn money, attract other users' activity, and attract developers. This is what makes them successful. Like on the other hand, other public chains or exchanges, they fail to break beyond whatever they are doing initially, like just focusing on their trading fees. Like Filecoin. I think everyone is actually quite familiar with Filecoin. But Filecoins was so happening with their narrative in the past, but in fact, they don't have any real users. Their trading activities is not that good. There's no demand at all, and that's not suitable for developers. That's just not what the developer needs. So Binance is actually telling us, yeah, they retain users. That as long as they let the users to earn money, they can attract different kind of users, different levels kind of users to use Binance. So what Codex is actually doing, they actually doing similar as what Binance did in the early days. So in early stage, CodexField actually attracted venture capital, right? They attract venture capital with all the technologies, with all the infrastructure stack, and then through the venture capital, it attracted all the institutions to commit long-term investment, which determines the platforms have a really high growth chance in the future. So at the same time, CodexField have their ecosystems coming up with the 5 on-chain full loop ecosystem. What they are doing, they are also retaining users because users activities attracts capitals because capitals knows that this platform can retain all the users and this platform has liquidity and the venture capitals provide resources and the resources enable better technology and the technology attracts developers. So this is like a loop, it's a closely connected, integrated, self-sustaining growth model. So again, as a user, what should we do? All we have to do is just follow the footsteps of venture capital, like how CodexField follow the path of finance, right? So venture capital proves that we are at the right industry at the right time. As long as we are on track, we will automatically create wealth that we wanted. So because joining CodexField now is actually at the perfect timing, right place and right people. If you imagine CodexField launched in 2018, would you really understand what CodexField is doing? Because at that time, if CodexField launched in 2018, they have to face the bear market. And there's no AI narrative. No one's believing in AI. AI was just a story, was just a narrative at that time. If it happened in 2018, it might not really, work. But now CodexField built at the prime financial cycle with the AI and multi-asset as the narrative. And we are not just having narrative. We are not just telling stories, right? We have the mature industry foundations and innovations plus the demand of the market where CodexField has done the 0 to 1 fundamental part. So CodexField can go through all the bear and bull cycles, I believe, and be the one that's standing strong in the market because now we start, CodexField start the infrastructure, start the development at the right time, and we also joined into CodexField at the right time. So in conclusion, participating in CodexField is actually participating in a native era of revolutions. Why? Because there's no one's actually telling you the importance of infrastructure for the AI future, right? There's no one telling you, yeah, the AI era is coming. We all know the AI era is coming. All we can do is we use ChatGPT, or in China, they use DeepSeek. But what else we can do? What else we can do to actually be part of the AI era? We join into CodexField. Like in the past, the industrial revolutions changed our mind of using machines because it changed the path of the industrial system. No one's going to use hand anymore. We want to use machines. They create a factory, or everything is actually automated. And the digital revolutions, I believe a lot of us in the meeting right here is part of the digital revolutions, I believe, because back in 20 days, we might not have mobile phones with us, but with the digital revolutions, we have computers and internets. And now the AI revolutions is going to tell us infrastructures is going to make a huge difference to our lives. So with the development of AI, our industry, what they need a multi-asset support. So they need the executions, they need efficient flow for profit, and also a thorough ecosystem that can handle all this necessity. So this is what CodexField provides. So in short, CodexField have all this from technology to recognition from VCs, from partners, community, and users liquidity. CodexField is actually fully equipped. So as mentioned by Barry, we have been 3 aggregation projects, right? The 3 aggregation projects is going to be listed on Binance Q1 next year. It's very important, guys, because in order to join into all this aggregation project in Q1 next year, all you need is Codex token. So why are we telling you so early and why I repeated this? Because this is the good time for us to accumulate as much Codex as we can so that we can join into the projects that is going to list on Binance for sure, guys, for sure. All right. Because I believe there's no a platform in the past that you have joined told you that they don't have the courage to actually tell you that you'll be able to join, you're able to own a token that will be listed on Binance by using the platform token. It's something like you earn Codex from CodexField by minting, and then you use that CodexField to actually you use that Codex token to earn more from other aggregated projects. But CodexField is telling you that you can be part of the early participants of all the projects that is going to aggregate with CodexField. So this told us what? This told us Codex token is actually we will be able to be part of the builder of the future infrastructure because ecosystem CodexField has done it for us. No matter how the market or trend shift in the future, CodexField can easily adapt. Just like during CZ have the expansions of their applications, they might not know, CZ might not know that DeFi or NFT or GameFi was going to be the trend at that time, but with his foresight of building Binance into multi-asset platform, Binance allows users to use it as a platform to join to all these trends. So CoinFields as well, what they're building is a foundational platform that required for Web3 assetizations, maybe over the next 5 years or maybe 3 years. So it's going to reshape how value is going to create and own. So I hope that the presentations today is actually to tell you that you are with CodexField at the right time, in the right industry, and your effort is going to make a difference in your future. And last but not least, I hope to see everyone in all the future global tour as at least a Gate 4 leader and above. All right. So my presentation has come to an end. Thank you so much for your time. And I'll see everyone next week at the same time in the same meeting room. Thank you. I'll pass the mic back to Barry.
All right. Thank you, Emra, for that interesting presentation. I learned a lot from you, and I hope you guys have learned a lot from Emra as well. Okay, so it has been a wonderful time talking to you guys, giving you guys the weekly updates. So we will have this kind of weekly updates every Monday, if I'm not mistaken, Monday 4 p.m. UTC time. Okay, 4 p.m. UTC time. So please check your time, please check your calendar, and always set an alarm for our weekly webinar. Okay, and thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for joining us. Okay, have a pleasant night, have a pleasant evening, or have a pleasant afternoon from wherever you are. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.